got finished talking to the Proud Boys. I don't even know if he'll come over here. I'll ask him. Let me see if he'll come over. Stay right here. Let me see if he'll come over.
Yes.
Are you serious? I know. Nice to meet you too. I didn't know that was you. I heard of you. Y'all not gonna believe this. I have the. So you're over it.
We're gonna say for sake, we're gonna say former chairman of the Proud Boys,
Okay, so he is the former chairman of the Proud Boys. And what's your name?
Enrique Tarrio.
Enrique Tarrio. Have y'all heard of him? Let me know if y'all heard of him. So I'm asking him, what does he think about Karmelo Anthony being charged with first degree? So what do you think the charge?
So let's start with the first degree because we were talking about what if I'm from Florida, so I don't
Okay.
know what I don't know if the first degree murder in Texas requires a premeditation.
It doesn't?
If it
Okay.
doesn't, if it doesn't, so like I guess we'll just talk in layman.
I think it's intent. It has to
Yeah.
be like intentional murder.
Yeah.
Intentional murder.
So
And
I
it's
guess we'll go
20
through the
to life.
levels
Okay.
without Texas law, right? Well, would it be right to charge him with premeditated murder?
So let's talk about the length. So first degree gets you 25 to life. Second, which equals manslaughter here in Texas, gets you 2 to 20.
Okay.
So he was charged with 25 to life. And because he's 17, well, he was 17 at the time, he's 18 now.
Because the crime happened when he was
17.
Crime.
Yeah, but he's being charged as an adult, which means that he doesn't qualify for the death penalty. However, he could possibly get life.
Okay.
So do you think Karmelo Anthony should receive 25 to life?
Well, let's start with the fact that there's a jury, right? Now, so I think, based on the circumstances that I see, a very lengthy prison sentence up to life, I think would be justified.
You really think up to life?
Up to life, I think would be justified. And look, that's not like for me, it's not like a conservative thing. It's not a political thing. This isn't a political case, right? I think just like if you take life, it's like me. If you take a life, you should give a life.
So you think everybody that take a life and doesn't.
Unless you're under 18, I think there should be some leniency there.
So he was 17 when it happened, but he's 18 now while he's going through trial.
Yeah.
So do you think his age at 17 mattered?
I would think that it should matter when it comes to sentencing purposes. Obviously, the facts of the case don't change.
Right. So now, knowing that he was 17, do you still think?
No, I knew when we started this
Okay.
conversation.
Okay.
The only difference, that's why I said in the range of a very high number to life
Okay.
would be something that I would definitely say is justified.
Okay. So
Right.
let me ask you something. So are you basing this off of what you know or what you've heard from the media?
So I'm only basing it on what I've heard from the media. Look,
Gotcha.
this isn't my lane,
Right.
right?
Okay.
I cover a lot of things,
Okay.
and I'm more focused on like foreign policy, for example. I don't know much about the case except what was shown to me. So
Okay.
I'm being very cautious when I talk
So I
because
understand.
the circumstances and how I've read them
Okay.
is they were at a game. There was some type of confrontation, whether it's a verbal confrontation or not.
Right.
A knife was pulled,
Right.
and there's a gentleman that had passed away also. Right. So those are the circumstances of the case. I don't think that this is very complicated. I haven't heard somebody say, well, Austin Metcalf used some type of force against Karmelo Anthony in this case. I have not heard that.
So is push a force to you?
I would look, use of force and use of lethal force is circumstantial in
It's
every single case.
Right. That's true.
Right. I don't think that push, like if somebody pushes me,
Equals a knife. I
Yeah.
got that.
like if I were to grab, and I'm sorry, I have
Okay.
a knife back here.
Uh-huh.
If I were to grab my weapon
Mm-hmm.
and my stance, like those two elements, grab my weapon and the stance is in a demeanor, I will fire.
Okay, I got you. So let me ask you something. So I don't even know if this is true.
Yes.
Well, let me take that back. I have not heard that the defense attorney has mentioned this, right? If you find out that it was two brothers against one, now two bigger size gentlemen, 200 pounds and 225 against someone that's 160, would there be a difference?
Well, I would think that the circumstances of what they were trying to do would be different, right?
Okay.
Like if they were trying to, if one brother's holding you down and one's about to like grab you by the neck or something like that.
So you still think that it would have to become physical still?
I think it would have to be. It would have to
For
go
you to-
beyond just like wrestling and pushing and
Okay.
punching. Lethal force should be the last
Resort.
resort,
Okay.
right? Because unless you're
But
like,
do you know? Well, okay, because you said you don't know Texas law. Do you know Texas? I don't think even in Florida, you don't actually have to, because they have to stand your ground. You don't actually have to have even put your hands on a person for them to reasonably believe that you're about to cause some type of bodily harm.
well, the perfect example I just gave, like, turn, grab my
Oh,
knife
yeah.
and take a stance. I think that would be
Would
very
justify.
would justify.
Okay.
Now, if it's somebody that's unarmed and they're pushing you or something, then in that case, or they're reaching, like if you have a knife and they're reaching, you know, for your knife, then at that point, I think, yes, it's justified.
Justify. Okay.
You know, use of force, here's what people don't understand.
Okay.
And I think both sides are getting wrong,
Okay.
is that it's very, very circumstantial. Even standing
Right.
ground in Florida, there is its limits. You can't just, and we have castle doctrine. You can't just cross and step into somebody's grass and then justify a shooting of that person in Florida,
Right.
right?
Right.
Like they have to be in a manner that feels like they're coming into your castle, right?
Now, if they are in your house,
Now, if they are in your house, yes,
you
that would
stand
be
your ground,
different.
yeah. So let me ask you something about your organization, formal organization.
Well, I'm still part of it.
Okay, gotcha. What are y'all? What do y'all stand for?
So everybody thinks that we're a political group, but we're not.
Okay.
We're first and foremost we're a drinking club.
A
It
drinking
doesn't-
club?
yeah.
Okay.
Now that doesn't. People are like, oh, you're bullcrapping me. Not cussing on camera.
Oh, you can cuss.
Okay.
I cuss all
Well, I'm not bullshitting. You're like, oh, you're bullshitting me. Well, no, our primary stance is you don't have to come out here like we're doing here. All you gotta do to become part of our organization is come out and drink a beer with the boys once, right? And that creates a bond between the guys.
Okay.
And then our
Come show them your mask.
the Bucky's mask.
I told him I love Bucky's chicken.
I don't
So
the kids.
so our the tenets that we go by, right? To have what some people would see it conservatively, but they also have a social group, right?
So y'all hang out, y'all do each other's company, y'all shoot the shit or whatever, drink,
And
have
then-
a good time.
And then because of our tenets, we do lean into politics a little bit.
So
but not just
what
right-
type of events do you show up for? I know you're here to support Austin Beck.
Oh, I'm here actually to support my friend Sarah. She's,
Oh, I got
she's been a good friend.
So I did hear she's the one that was complaining about not being able to get in yesterday.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I know exactly who you're
Yeah,
talking about. That red hair.
Right here.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm here to support. I typically support Austin Beck. I don't justify that use of it. But like our tenants, like some people think that we're just like super mega. Some of them are very social views. We want to end the drug war. We feel like it's destroyed so many lives.
It has.
We think the main problem in America is fatherless homes, right? We want to.
When you say fatherless homes, you mean fathers not living in the home?
Well, fathers not being present,
Just to, yes.
right?
100%.
100% like, hey, I'm gone. I'm out of here.
Okay.
You know, and I think that's one of the biggest problems. Because one of the biggest problems that the left and the right argue about is like mass shootings, right? And like people want to argue, oh, well, it's the type of gun they used, and the other one wants to say, well, it's something else. This statistics is a little older. I haven't done it recently. This was I used to say this in 2021. There's 28 past mass shootings. 26 of them had the same identifying factor. And it wasn't the gun, it wasn't the age, it wasn't anything. 26 of 28 came from fatherless homes.
Really? So if that's the case, with the 28 that you're talking about, and the 26 that you're talking about, were they the same race?
Mixed race. Like
Okay.
some of them were white, some of them were black.
So you're
my
just
sister-
saying a lot of these homes are just black people. You're just saying.
No, I'm
General.
saying in general, and I think it's across. No,
What
that's
are you
definitely
identify?
across the
What
board.
is your race?
I'm Cuban, so I'm
Okay.
Spanish. Yeah, I'm Cuban.
Okay.
So no, it definitely does
That's what I
not.
meant.
Yeah. Well, look, the mass shooters that we always see on TV, typically white, right?
Right.
Like that's you can't deny it. Like
Right.
even
Right.
even my conservative counterparts are like, it's all. But it always boils down to fatherlessness.
Okay.
Right.
So you think that's an issue?
Father is present.
Do you have children?
Yes, I do.
Are you in the
I'm
house?
in there. I mean, my son lives in Texas. I live in Florida, but I'm very much involved in this.
So you're not just talking about physically in the home,
No.
but involved. Gotcha.
Listen, we live in the real world. Divorces happen.
Right. Okay, yeah.
When the father disappears, and like almost has no
I
communication.
think they're actually doing a little bit better. The father's showing up.
I think so, and I think it's because the culture's changing a little bit. People
Yeah.
realizing it.
Mm-hmm.
Look, another thing that people don't expect. We want to close private prisons, and we want justice reform, right? And that's from
I'm all for closing private prisons.
it doesn't make sense. Although as a prisoner, I was treated better, 10 times better by that private prison than I was by the state
So you went to prison for what?
for January 6th.
They knocked you up.
I got 22 years.
What?
I got 22 years.
So
Sentence.
They're gonna do it.
President of the United States pardoned me. I just finished out.
It's not racist. It's not racist.
I did 3 years in solitary confinement.
But it doesn't make up on.
Are you serious? Oh my God.
And I'm gonna be.
So I'm the only
Was
one.
you there?
I'm the only one that was.
You wasn't there?
No, they got me on a conspiracy to plan the whole orchestra. Which is, look, I'm pardoned. If I did plan it, I could say it right now, and there wouldn't be any consequence. I didn't plan it.
Oh my God. Did y'all know that? What the hell?
Yeah,
Somebody said because he incited a riot.
I didn't incite a riot. I celebrated. Listen, after it happened, I celebrated. Sure, if that's a crime, I'm guilty of it. 100%.
Did you know what was gonna go on that day? You didn't.
And look, the prosecutor didn't show any evidence of that. They went after us because we were the most marketable indictment. And look, even though like some people don't like my views, they did that to civil rights icons, right? The government goes after political dissidents all the time. It doesn't matter what side are you on, right?
So what do you do now?
I help run the organization, and then I run the podcast network.
Okay.
YouTube. No, I'm more on X and Rumble
Oh,
than
yeah.
YouTube. But I do that, and then on the side I build cars.
Okay. So yesterday, I went up there. So I went over there first and said, "Hey, what's going on? What are y'all doing here?" And they said, "We waiting on the bridge."
Yeah.
So y'all was supposed to come yesterday at 12:30.
My guys have been here every day. They haven't been here in colors, like
So is Jake Lane a part of you guys?
absolutely not.
Oh, he's not.
I was like Jake's a J6er. And look, I respect J6ers, and I've said I'm never going to talk bad about him. He talked bad about my organization. I've disconnected, and God bless him, but his stunt don't let him.
Okay. So that wasn't y'all up there.
No, definitely.
Oh, okay.
My guys have been quiet, hanging out here.
Okay.
You haven't heard my
So
guys.
what was that just going on with you and with him? Or with him and that young lady that was
Yeah, she walked by and made a remark.
oh, she
At
said
first,
y'all-
at first she said something like, she didn't even say hi, nothing, and I don't expect her to say hi, but she's like, "I'm a strong, independent black woman," and I'm like, it's like, "You're a racist," and she goes, "You're a racist." I'm like, wait, lady, you don't even know who I am.
What made her say that?
The media's got us sucked up. They're like, "Oh, you guys
Because
are
of
a
the
bunch
Proud Boys.
Yeah, you guys are a bunch of white supremacists." Look, I don't give a fuck what your race, religion, cultural background is. If you're a man and you believe that the West is the best, right, which is like the two prerequisites before you get vetted, we welcome you with open arms. It depends on where that chapter lies, depends on the demographic makeup of that chapter.
Okay.
Our Miami chapter, 90% Cuban. That's my chapter.
Okay, you
If-
remind me.
Yeah, if you go to Kentucky, the middle of nowhere, Kentucky,
It's gonna be a white
it's
guy.
gonna be a bunch of white guys.
Yeah.
Our Atlanta chapter, 70% black.
Okay.
You know?
They got black Proud Boys.
Yes, we don't care about their race.
Did y'all know they got black Proud Boys?
Yeah,
I saw that he had I saw that guy had Proud Boys on his.
Yeah, usually I wear my colors. It's just I'm on. I actually.
What are the
wasn't supposed to
colors?
be here with black and yellow.
Oh, I didn't even know
Yeah.
that.
We were. I was here for something else when I happened to be in Dallas, so I
Okay.
came by to support.
Yeah.
You gotta see it.
Thank you, Quiet Storm. She says, Amoira, you are good. To the, are you going all the way to the top? Oh, thank you. Appreciate you. So I saw him with the Proud Boy thing, but that doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
It doesn't scare me. I'm not. But you know, I talked to them yesterday, so I was over there first, and I said, "Who y'all waiting on?" They said the Proud Boys. They said, "Oh, it's going down."
I haven't even gone over there. Like I think Jake was.
Yeah, Jake was definitely over there.
We haven't even gone over there. Like, because I know that it's going to start an argument.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
Well, I like the way you just said that. And the reason why I say that because for the other guy that was over here earlier talking to y'all, he a young guy, 30 years old. I talked to him yesterday. A guy that was with him yesterday was instigating with him. And I said, why are you doing that? I said, let them support who they support. Y'all support who y'all support. Just don't talk to each other, right? And he was like, no, I'm just having fun. I'm just talking and having fun. I said, but it's gonna stir stuff up. So, but just the fact that you just said, I'm not going over there because I know it's gonna start something. And the fact that you're down here quiet by yourself, like I don't see why anybody would bother you.
Yeah.
I don't see why anybody would bother
Look, I love arguing
you.
with people. I love arguing with people.
Yeah.
I love discussing things. I love discussing things civilly too. But I'm not going to go over there. It's my right to do so. And I
Do
think
you
it's
think they know who you are?
I don't know. I haven't, since I haven't gone over there, I don't even think they know here.
So when you walk about, do people know who you are? They do, automatically. I didn't know. I feel so bad.
It's okay.
But so do you have to have security?
In some places, yes.
Okay. So my next question is, so you and your family have to interact with you?
Constantly.
Oh,
That's a daily thing. I've already kind of like I don't call it cops. I don't call it cops. Like,
so do you take
wanna-
it serious?
some of them I do, some of them I don't. I protect myself pretty well.
So you did 3 years locked up.
Solitary.
And so that's 23 and 1.
Well, in some cases 24 and 0. Because there's a lot of
Solitary confinement, is that something that you wanted?
No. Most J6ers, people that went to the Capitol got arrested for, most of them were classified as like some type of domestic terror, which is bullshit. There's some people that you could be honest and say, look, there's most people that went in there. 90% of the people that went in there just walked in and out. They didn't touch a cop. They didn't break anything. The 10%, yeah, you know what? If you assaulted a cop, you should get arrested.
So you got 22 years, and you're supposed to be 22 years.
And my conspiracy didn't include violence, by the way.
So how are that's crazy. Yeah,
And again, it
works.
works.
It wasn't even there.
And that's how it works with like, you know, and I go back to the civil rights era. You know, somebody said, oh, well, he instigated a riot. Well, you could say Martin Luther King instigated a riot. You could say Malcolm X instigated. You could do that to anybody. You know, all you got to do is just pick one.
I don't agree with what they did because, breaking in the Capitol, defecating, peeing all over the place or whatever. I don't agree with that. That's disgusting.
I don't agree. What's crazy about it is I don't agree with it either. Now, why those people got pardoned, right? Because that's a question I always get asked. Well, why did Trump pardon those people that did all of it? Because he didn't pardon the crime, right? He pardoned the process. Because some of these people that just walked in and out, didn't touch anybody, didn't break anything, got 4 or 5 years.
So the people that did break stuff,
they were getting 12, 15, 17 years. No, we all got pardoned.
Other patriots could be there donated to other people.
So
It's amazing.
So the injustice, I didn't know.
So that's all you.
you got a second chance.
Yeah, so
What?
So you got a second chance, and what are you doing?
Listen, I have my views, right? Which maybe your audience are negative across the street don't agree with. I try to further those views in a way. Culturally, it's where my focus is.
Let me ask my people. What do y'all think is wrong or dangerous with him? Thank you for that huge super chat. Appreciate you. What do y'all think that he stands for, or his organization stands for? What do y'all think? You have proven to people on oppression side can have a civil conversation. Opposing side, they can have civil conversation. Oh yeah, I could talk to y'all. Y'all have no clue. I could talk to anybody. That's why I don't be understanding some of this stuff that be going on. I can have a conversation with anybody. Like, I am not afraid of people. I'm not racist. I could be a bit prejudiced sometimes, but I could be a bit prejudiced against my own race sometimes, right? Sometimes I think the media amplify these groups and make it worse than what it really is. Now, I'm not saying that he's not something that they're saying he is, right? I'm not saying that he may have never said the racist word. I'm not saying anything like that. But what I'm saying is, I think the media, I'm just going to be honest, I think they amplify things and they try to make it seem like, oh, this person is for hate. They say that about Black people that's not even for hate. They say, oh, they're just a hate group. This is a hate group. This is a hate group. I think they throw that word around, hate, because they want people in America to be scared of people. They literally want people to walk around afraid. They don't want us connecting. They don't want us talking. They don't want us communicating. They don't want us sitting down, because if we did and listen to each other, we might get along. And then what's good for the news if we're getting along? Okay? What's good for the news if, we don't mind living around each other? We don't mind breaking bread together and things like that. So I just think that a lot of this stuff is literally from the news.
Let's keep the conversation going down in the comments, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel and Loud Talkers. Y'all make sure y'all keep it loud out there in these streets. Until next time, bye-bye.